Shalom Alaikum and welcome to NOY World News. I'm your host, Dr. Lou Yisrael, reporting on the 5 power structures: political, economical, educational, social, and spiritual. Today, in our social report, have you ever experienced social pressure to identify with one team or another? And it had nothing to do with ethics or what's right or what's flat out wrong, but a social pressure to do as they think you should do, and not as your personal morality or ethics tells you to do. How did that make you feel? Consider this and you decide.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
And I'm speaking to men directly now. Part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president. And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that. That's not acceptable. This shouldn't even be a question.
You got a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated reading in a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated into the damn White House. What's wrong with y'all?
Come on, man. MLK holiday.
But y'all mad because she ain't talking about reparations.
People should not be walking around with masks. Let me just state for the record that masks are not theater. Wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and masks are protective. But it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is.
There has not been any indication that putting a mask on and wearing a mask for a considerable period of time has any deleterious effects.
There are unintended consequences. People keep fiddling with the mask and they keep touching their face.
You do not need to wear a mask indoors. You should wear a mask.
So even if you are vaccinated, you should wear a mask. If in fact you are vaccinated, fully vaccinated, you are protected, and you do not need to wear a mask outdoors or indoors.
In my opinion, gender is a universe. It is a broad spectrum of planets and stars and sky that truly cannot be contained into a binary.
My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and that's a non-negotiable.
Growing up, enculturated into kind of a system that really subscribes to toxic masculinity, I was always uncomfortable with being called dude.
So when someone identifies with a pronoun, they're essentially taking their little piece of that broad universe and identifying with that. And so in using their correct pronouns, we're validating that yes, you are right in your identity and you are important.
The ice cream challenge, basically going into an ice cream aisle at a grocery store, grabbing unpurchased ice cream, licking it, eating it, putting it back and walking away.
Put them in jail, lock them up.
I believe people should get arrested for that.
Seems stupid.
I did the cinnamon challenge when I was like 10.
Yeah?
And I finished that.
You did?
Yes.
The people are followers, basically. Yeah? People are sheep.
Well, as we can see, there's a lot of social pressure coming from everywhere. And generally that social pressure is to get you to agree with something that is unethical, immoral, or downright wicked. But the pressure comes to where you won't be included if you don't think and believe as they believe. That's not a world or a place that I would like to be in. So I'm for ethics, morality, righteousness, and I stand for that. But I'm not against anybody or anything people decide to do. Just don't demand that I do the same as you. Praise Yahweh. This episode was brought to you by...
Tensions are escalating between the drama in the courtroom. Tonight, an American mother and her child kidnapped in Haiti. So we're going to start with the war in Ukraine, or actually start with
Our military and intelligence officers say
Amidst
that
the
government
boom in
knows
artificial
more than the
intelligence
Zelensky
following
government
America's
Is this the world you want to live in? There is a solution. The solution is ethics. I wrote a book about it entitled Ethics, How to Achieve Heaven on Earth. Let us consider this solution together. Get your copy today and let's talk about it.